Hey folks, welcome back to Midwest Long Range. Today we got some pretty special hardware to check out. A whole new rig that's on loan to the channel. We're going to tell you all about it, so stick with us. Guys, like I said, brand new setup to test out. This is on loan from a good buddy of mine, Tom. This is his full build PRS rig. This is a Zermatt Remex action. He's got a Krieger barrel with an EC tuner. This thing is in a MPA Matrix Pro chassis. Got a Trigger Tech diamond trigger in it with a zero compromise 5-27 by 56 optic on there, sitting in a spur mount. It's got the send it level. It's got the sky pod. This thing is fully decked out from end to end. All the best stuff you could possibly buy. And it generally does not disappoint. It is a heck of a shooter. But today, we're going to put it up against the Benchrest target, the 50-yard target. Help us get a baseline understanding of what kind of accuracy this gun has, at least at our 0 point. So let's not waste any time. We're going to be shooting RWS R50 out of this gun. That is what he has lot tested it for. So let's see what it's capable of. Let's get it out here at 50 yards. All right, so we've got the Remex sitting up here on the bench. We're going to go ahead and get into our 15 Fowlers. I will have to load a few more in this mag. He gave me 2 bags when I left the other one in the house. Don't feel like going to get it. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll shoot our 3 groups. We'll do 5 shots apiece, knock those out, and then we'll do our 25 dots. Let's get this going. There's our first 5-shot group. Seems to be about 2, maybe a 1/10 or so to the left. See if we can make a correction. 1/10 may have been a little much. We're in between them. Going to our 3rd group. Ooh. What'd I do there? All right. There's our Fowlers. Gun appears to be shooting really good, but we'll go ahead and get loaded up and jump into our next set. Again, we are shooting RWS R50. This is the lot he's been running. I haven't touched a tuner, nothing like that. This is just how Tom gave it to me. So we're going to shoot our first 10 on the bullseye target. We do have a little bit of wind out there, maybe a little bit of left or right. Here we go, first shot. Woo, buddy. Oh, slow down, Chris. Oh, man. There we go. That's what happens when you do your job. Not the gun, me. Sat on that one a little too long. Oh, what in the world? There's our first 10. Smoked it. We're on to something now, boys. Oh! I don't know if it's a wind or just maybe a little different one in the count. Whoo, she's shooting, boys. She is shooting. 5 more. A little high. Ooh, I can see the wind. It went right to left right there, and that's exactly what happened to the round. Wind died straight up. Ooh, maybe not. Make the correction. Yeah, made the correction. There it is. 25 shots with a Remex. We'll have to go get down there to score it. Right there, you saw me call it. I saw right to left. And I thought perhaps it had died off a fair bit. But I didn't go with my gut. I didn't go with the dope. Data on previous engagement. I have a friend who once told me that was probably the best data you could ever get is what you did on your last shot, especially if you did everything right. I don't always do everything right, so that is what it is. I saw it, and I ignored it, and it bit me right there. I think that was my 3rd shot where I had the data to make the correction, and I just didn't do it. So that's my own fault, not the gun's fault. But let's go down there, get this card, and score it up real nice and see what happens. All right, folks, there it is. I'll get this up here on the screen where you can see it. I have scored the card, and on this card, we managed to shoot a 209 out of 250. For me, that's shooting pretty good. This is not my gun either, so just kind of getting used to it, how it feels, how the trigger feels, the grip index, all of that's a little different. Not used to the glass, but the glass is fantastic. That Zico is amazing, and for what it costs, it probably ought to be. But we shot, like I said, a 209 out of 250, target 3. You know, we had some elevation jump, but if you look at the elevation across this target, you can really see we were just kind of struggling with a little bit of left to right wind, but the elevation's real solid, and this lot of ammo had an extremely low SD in this gun from its owner. I think it was like a standard deviation of like 4 point something, and a extreme spread of like 15, 16, something like that. So just really good numbers out of this lot of ammo. But I called the owner of the rifle, and we got to talking, and he said, hey, by the way, I think there's a brick of ammo through that barrel right now without being cleaned. I'm like, well, we ought to take a look at that. Let's see what 500 rounds down the pipe. We added it up, and actually I think we're just a touch over 500 after the last little bit of shooting I just did. And we're going to pull the bolt out of her and take a look in here and see what we got. All right, here we go. Filming on the bore cam. Run into the chamber here. So we are in the breech. Easing up on the carbon ring. Not as bad as I would have thought it would have been for that many rounds. So here we go. Take a look here. Run her forward. Everything looks pretty good. Not even really all that dirty in here. In all honesty, that's really not that bad. It's not that dirty. So I've seen some much worse is what I'm trying to say. So what we may do is clean this old girl up a little bit. See if we can't get that carbon ring out of there. And stick another target up down there and see what we can accomplish with it. See if we can improve our score any after cleaning the carbon ring out of this gun. Alright folks, so we've got the RWS chamber cleaned up. We didn't do like a serious deep clean on this. This is more of just a real quick get the carbon ring out of it and let's see if this thing's going to shoot any better. This is basically the same kind of cleaning prep that you've seen me do for match prep before. I've done videos on that, so if you want to see the whole process, please go back and check that out. We'll put some links or have them at the end of the video. So here we go. Let's get this thing recording. All right, so we are in the chamber, kind of moving forward. Whoop, there we go. Oh, hey. So here we are in the rifling, and right in there is where the carbon ring would normally be. And she is squeaky clean. So, got that. We got it out of there. Now we just got to run some foulers through it. We'll probably put up another one of the target cards, do a full shoot through on it again, do our 15 and then our 25. So let's get it going. Let's jump on this. Okay, so got the RWS cleaned up. We got some more R50 in it. We're gonna do, we got the carbon ring out of it anyway. We're going to go ahead and do our 15 foulers. Hopefully that's enough to get the carbon ring, or get the chamber refouled. We'll find out. A little high, but that's okay. Came right on back down. Going to the next one. There's 10. Last 5. All right, there's our foulers. Load up a couple mags and jump in this deal. Let's get it on. Alright, we got 12 rounds in our first mag. Let's get this show on the road. That wasn't good. You gotta make your corrections when you see them. I was focused so hard on the target that I didn't catch that little bit of wind that picked up on me, and I had the wrong hold. Last one. That ain't bad, folks. I had a few weird ones. I don't know if you really want to call them flyers or if it's just me making a bad call. I'm not sure. But I think we got some 10s down there. I'm going to have to go get the paper, score it up. We'll see what it is, but it looks pretty daggum good. All right, folks, there it is. That concludes our testing for today. We got an awesome opportunity to set up and shoot this RMX build that is just, it really is a really slick build. The Matrix Pro chassis, the RMX action, TriggerTech diamond trigger, zero compromise optic, spur mount, EC tuner, sky pod. There's nothing left to do, folks. It's all there. Do be looking forward to it. Hopefully in the future, maybe we can get a comparison video. The Matrix Pro and the ACC Elite, just kind of go through them side by side. But down to the shooting today. So inadvertently, this turned into let's shoot it for score, check the carbon ring after 500 plus rounds, clean the carbon ring out of it, and then shoot it for score again and see what happens. Well, I didn't plan that test as I started this video, but I was on a phone call with Tom, and well, it just kind of happened that way. So the first target we shot, I'll put it up here, we shot a score of 209. And our groups were looking kind of, they were all right. They're pretty good, but for a build like this, you'd think they might shoot a little better. Maybe, it just depends on wind and condition, all that. We did have a couple of flyers in here. Now, with that being said, we cleaned the carbon ring out of it. We used the Bortec C4 carbon remover, got the ring out of there, cleaned up the barrel a little bit. Nothing extravagant, just a real kind of down and dirty pre-match cleanup, right? So we shot the exact same card all over again. The groups look a little tighter. I'd have to measure them to be exact, but they do look a little bit more rounded. We don't see that outstrung flyer on the groups, and that shows itself down through the scorecard. We get down to target 16 through 20, and 16 we're down and to the right a little bit, but then it's just boom, 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 right down through there. And I didn't foul this thing in after the cleaning. I just shot my 15 foulers, because doing this type of cleaning on my own gun, that's usually plenty. The gun comes right back to zero and takes off. So I assumed that a build of this quality would do the same thing, and it did. It did not disappoint. But we picked up 9 additional points from card to card. To me, that's the difference in a win and maybe not even being a podium finish, right? I don't know a ton about Benchrest or how all that is scored, and I know these are not ARA target cards, okay? I get that, folks. But this is just a good way for me to use some kind of unit of measurement to compare before and after. And this test would show, as we would figure, the gun shoots better without a carbon ring in it. Who knew, right? It's not like anybody ever said that before, like every rimfire channel ever. But guys, you know, this has been a lot of fun, and I really appreciate him loaning us this gun to test out and show off to you guys today. So with that being said, we're going to call it a day, get inside and eat some dinner. So you folks take it easy. Stay safe, keep shooting, come back and see me next time right here on Midwest Long Range.